Ranton.
I'm way too fast. Oh, you can't see? You can't see? Ow.
Those electric motors and twin-turbo V8 will give you a combined
1,500 horsepower. Yeah, I can handle it.
Oi, 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 oi. This is gonna be interesting. Just kidding, it's absolute shit.
Anton, save the judgment for the fun part, you piece of shite.
Okay, sorry, very sorry. Let's be objective. The main characters are who gives a and fuck, and you're all drivers.
Nice moves.
Don't expect that to work next time.
Always one step ahead, buddy.
Did he just... What a racist! And there's the so-called house, which controls the underground driving scene, I guess, in the world. And they are corrupt and evil, so you need to defeat them. And this is one of the main villains.
What did I say? Lena Navarro is the best damn fixer in Silver Rock.
Fix your hair first, cunt. At first, because you play the good guys, you don't really want to get involved, but then they blow up your house. Lol. So you have no choice but to take revenge. After all, that whore also lied to you.
Your little stunt cost a lot of people a lot of money, Tyler. You just messed with the house. We run this city, streets included. Every race...
Really? Every race? Guys, I played through the entire campaign and I can assure you, I didn't see a single Chinese person.
Anton. What up, guys? Thank you for having me. My name is Anton and I'm a YouTube creator. So I'm here to talk about Need for Speed Payback. If you guys didn't know Need for Speed Payback,
Thanks, Jesse.
Need for Speed Payback is a racing game. You see, it's not that hard, not talking about my dick. You are in this pretty big open world, free to roam as you please yourself. The environments themselves are basically divided into city, desert, rocky desert, and mountain forests. Now, in order to take down the house, you first have to go through a bunch of different leagues that differ in racing style, but also ideology.
Where will you be when the revolution comes? We are the last stand against corporate tyranny. We are the drifting freedom fighters of the misinformation age. We are Shift Lock.
I saw a poop swastika.
There are drag races where you just race along a pretty linear and short road and you gotta manually set the gear. This one is all about timing. Then you got the fuck the police missions where it's mostly about evading the cops. Then there are standard races, off-road races, but again, no Chinese races. And drifts where you get points for drifting and you need to collect a certain amount of points before crossing the finish line to win. What's interesting is that these different styles of missions each demand a certain type of car, which all behave differently. But I'm no expert at physics, so I don't know if it's accurate. Okay. Although it is possible to customize the visuals and also the performance of your vehicles, you can't change their category, i.e. drifting missions can only be done with drift cars. That also means that there is a car dealership for each category. Spread around the world are also plenty of side challenges like jumps for instance, collectibles and also derelict car parts that are hidden and that you can assemble to create unique motor vehicles. I just said motor vehicles because I don't want to say the word car too much. Car. Nobody loves me. Pretty much anything you do on the road is rewarded with money and XP. Whereas money is the more relevant currency needed for purchasing new cars and upgrades, leveling up doesn't do much except reward you with shipments where schniggly schnack, guess what? You also find money. So why care about shipments, you might ask? Well. An EA game is not an EA game without at least some of that gubbles, because they also contain tokens. Anton, kleiner Spast. What are tokens? well. In the tune-up shop, where you can buy specific car upgrade cards, there's also a slot machine. Put in 3 tokens and spin the wheel, yeehaw! To get a random card. And these shipments can also be bought with real money, but more about that later. The tuning part is way simpler than it looks. You got all these numbers and icons and blah blah blah, but the basic rule of dick is just the more green you see, the better.
You pick your car to drive through the neighborhood. It's not very hard, unlike my morning wood. Need for Speed is a troublesome franchise. It had its moments, but it also had many shit moments. But which one is this? First of all, this review is not based on the release version of Need for Speed Payback. This is on the version that you would get if you buy the game now. To my knowledge, EA already rolled out some patches and balancing fixes and stuff like that, so
I will try to keep this short and sweet, like me after I drink pineapple juice. Get it? What am I doing? The first impression was absolutely horrible. So bad, in fact, that I called my local police station and said, help. Story, characters, dialogue, and writing is complete and utter horse semen, and the ending is just lamao. Zedong.
Hush, puppy. Big fan of your channel.
It's Tiger.
Yeah.
Tiger selfie.
No,
Here we go.
no, man.
Roar!
Selfie.
Come on, big roar. Roar!
Raw.
Oh my god, please, just, I hate you. And they also never seem to shut the fuck up. Whenever you're driving, some motherfucking cunt is always talking.
Whoa, the power and torque on this thing. Rap's souped up Mustang doesn't even come close.
Yeah, the voice acting is really great. It's just a cringy ass bullshit plot where the whole world is controlled by underground street racing gangs. Give me a fucking break. You guys aren't even trying, are ya?
Yeah, it's great game.
Characters and villains are basically non-existent, no development, no depth, nothing interesting about anyone, pulled straight out of EA's gas chamber.
Okay, guys, you know what we do now.
Party?
Party! God is dead.
oh my god! I created an EA character!
Thanks, Jesse.
But to be honest, I don't care much about that in a racing game. I want to drive. And if that feels well, then a lot is saved already. Unfortunately, the initial impression here was also not too good. The car controls feel a little too spongy, like they're overreacting to my input and slide a little too much on the road. I can assure you though that once I got used to it and got the hang of how to drift, which took me a while here, oddly, because I'm used to using the handbrake in games to drift, but here you just brake normally, but the driving experience actually got exponentially better over time. Towards the end, I was really having fun with it, especially the drifting missions are awesome. So now let's ping pong back to the bad stuff. Why ping pong? That's my name. There is still a lot of bad stuff to talk about. Or maybe bad is a bit exaggerated. Let's call it inconvenient or retarded shit. For one, the world is only open in the sense that there are no loading screens, but different areas are clearly separated from one another and can sometimes only be accessed through a single road. Additionally, Payback really limits your flexibility and creativity by not allowing you to go off-road in places where you're just not supposed to go off-road. Like here. Why does it keep respawning me? And that also happens a lot during missions. Smaller collisions, even if nothing major happened and you're actually driving again. The game turns black and resets you. Doesn't happen a lot, but definitely too much.
Yeah, it's a great game.
And I'm not done. There are even more restrictions and weird features. You always have to get from checkpoint to checkpoint. Why? Why can't I choose my own little shortcuts? I do understand that you don't want cheaters to glitch through mountains, but if I feel like I gotta take my car off the highway for 3 fucking seconds to overtake somebody and then I happen to miss a checkpoint by 5 meters, I gotta stop, turn around and basically restart the mission. So it's an extremely tunneled experience, made even more frustrating by the constant addition of time limits even without any apparent reason. I don't mind time limits if they make sense, but Payback is just insane. Go there in 1 minute, go here in 2 minutes, drive home in 30 seconds or else I will pick you.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Now let's talk about the progression. Diwa! EA, Really? I'd love to see how EA would justify themselves in a court of law when they defend loot boxes and claim they're not gambling. Loot boxes aren't gambling. I mean, let's just take a look at this. Here you got 3 slots and they turn, and it's based on the outcome. I don't want to die.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you. Boo! Haha! Got you there, didn't I? Pussy. Like I said last week in my Battlefront 2 review, again with the fucking cards. I don't like cards. At least this time around I was able to completely ignore microtransactions, but can we please go back to the way things were before? I don't even recognize you anymore. But in the air. But still, EA, your random shit and all that loot box crap, I don't mean to be rude, but were you guys responsible for the Holocaust?
To be honest, progression is not that bad. It is kind of fun to improve your cars because the changes are noticeable. Visual optimization is also cool. Nothing crazy awesome here, but it is motivating. This is also in large parts thanks to Payback's user interface, which is excellent and user-friendly, but it also has severe shortcomings. When you buy new cars, you can't compare them with each other or with the ones you already have. You can't even check your own car statistics or look through your cards when you're on the road. You have to go to your garage to do that. It's just a hassle. And even when you're there, again, you can't compare your fucking cars nor your cards. It's just retarded.
Yeah, it's great game.
And by the way, I don't understand why these car categories are necessary. Why not just make your customization decide what kind of car it is? Why does it need to be an off-road car or that kind of car? I want to decide what my car is good for by making the appropriate changes myself. On the other hand, what makes Need for Speed Payback enjoyable is the constant changing between the different styles of races. When one gets old, you can switch it up and try other missions. For example, these free-roaming racers that you can challenge are awesome and a really good example of well-integrated side missions.
I gotta say, it's kinda weird. I can't think of a single substantial reason why anybody should buy this. Everything in here has been offered by other games, but in a better way. But then again, I did have a decent amount of fun with it. Maybe the reason for that is because I haven't played a racing game in like 2 years and it was just a breath of fresh fart. And there's just something about racing games that really relaxes me. I can just kind of sit back, watch something else, and Need for Speed Payback is a very kind of laid back experience. Know what I'm saying?
I saw the credits after about 20 hours of gaming on medium difficulty. There's also easy and hard. I was mostly focused on finishing the main campaign, but also did plenty of challenges and collecting on the side. I'd say there's maybe 5 hours more content here, and yes, you can keep free roaming after the game is done. If topping high scores and pimping your cars to their maximum is your thing, then Payback does offer an extensive package. Try not to think about dicks.
My final rating for Need for Speed Payback is going to be a 6 out of 10. It started as a 4, but then got a lot better over time. And by the way, this channel has been growing like crazy. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. I wanted to make a special, but I just don't have time. I don't even have time to shave my fucking hair. I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. Next video is gonna be quite special, and I'm fucking addicted to Skyrim on the Switch. I'm addicted all over again. If you have a Switch, get Skyrim. I love it. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, where you can get background information on what's happening, send me suggestions, send me messages. I read everything. And I also just set up a Patreon. I want to keep this channel forever ad-free. So if you want to support me on Patreon, check out the link in the description. Love all of you guys, and see you next week.